one for children. There's going to be a report released next spring, another final report from Health Canada. And with us to talk about this morning is Dr. Murray Vimy. He's with us from Calgary, an associate professor at the University of Calgary, a practicing dentist, someone who's been calling for a ban on mercury fillings for a long time. What was your initial response to this report, Dr. Vimy?
I think this report's an excellent report. I think the fellow there, Dr. Richardson at Health Canada, did a fine job. He consulted with many people around the world, and the report basically confirms everything that we've established through medical research to date.
That amalgam fillings with mercury can cause health problems, and they've now set a maximum number for adults and children as a level of safety.
Yes, you have to understand that the symptoms that he's dealing with are low-level preclinical symptoms such as tremor in the hands and cognitive or thinking dysfunctions. So what you're looking at here is the early signs of problems from mercury exposure. And of course, mercury is a heavy metal just like lead is, and it's more toxic than lead. We take lead out of gasoline. We shouldn't leave mercury in our teeth. But
there are lots of people who have fillings who say they have no problems at all. The Canadian Dental Association says they'll wait till Health Canada releases their final report. They're not being obstructionist here, but they don't want to see undue panic at this preliminary report.
Well, this is a final scientific report, and I agree. I don't believe people who have these fillings should run out to have them removed. However, I think what we should do is guarantee that the next generation of Canadian children don't have this material implanted into their mouths.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the symptoms, though, that people should be concerned about, you know, if they're presented, that they should be considering their fillings as a source?
Well, I think what you really have to say is that there are some people who may be in high-risk categories. For instance, people who have neurological disease, kidney problems, immune difficulties, those type of things. You don't want to be exposed to an environmental heavy metal from your teeth if you already have those particular kinds of problems. So under those circumstances, those people might want to consider the removal of the amalgam. Mm-hmm. But for the average Canadian and the average person, my recommendation is to leave well enough alone. If you have to get the fillings replaced, then get them replaced with alternatives.
Where is Canada in this, in terms of North America and the world discussion about amalgam fillings?
In terms of research, we're the leaders. The University of Calgary has a research team here that's leading the world in terms of uncovering information on this topic. In terms of regulation, many of the European countries have already advised a ban on the amalgam. Germany, for instance, has limited its use in children. It shouldn't be used in children, shouldn't be used in pregnant women, shouldn't be used in people who have kidney disease or people with known immunological problems. Mm-hmm. We haven't got to that stage yet.
Yeah, well, if that's all known, you wonder what people are still using it. Do you expect a call for a ban when Health Canada releases their report next spring?
I don't know what to expect from the government. I don't think they're going to go for a ban necessarily. I think what they may go for is they may go for an advisory, but certainly something should be done, and the time is now.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Hazardous to your health. That story is also ahead. Please stay with us.